We take you to a popular concert right here in the Hub City. A local football team is showing appreciation for its players in a special way. The search continues for a man who has been missing since last year. And meteorologist Corrales Ortiz has the latest weather updates and if we'll continue to see rain this weekend ahead.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 10.
We begin tonight at 10 with a look at the weather. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Fernandez. Meteorologist Corrales Ortiz has the latest on the forecast and what the weather is going to be looking like this week. Corrales?
Yeah, that's right, Stephanie. Well, we had a little bit of a wet start to our weekend, and right now we've been dealing with a little bit of a brief break. There are some areas still dealing with some lingering light showers. We could still expect to see some scattered showers in the overnight hours. A lot of that, though, has been concentrated mainly along and south of the interstate. So in terms of what to expect for tonight, expect, just like I mentioned, scattered showers, especially for the first half going into our Sunday. It's going to expect to actually diminish the further we go into the day tomorrow. It actually kept us on the cooler side today, only seeing a high at around 77 degrees, with another cool day in store tomorrow thanks to the showers and storms. But as you can see, by the time we get towards tomorrow evening, we could see the return of some sunshine back into our forecast with drier conditions to start off the work week. But we do have the chance to still experience some heavy rainfall at times, so minor flooding could be an issue only in isolated areas. So this first look is brought to you by Helping Hands of Tennessee. I'll have the latest weekend forecast and of course the latest on the tropics. That's coming up in minutes. Stephanie?
We have updated numbers for COVID-19 from the Tennessee Department of Health. In West Tennessee, Madison County has 27 new cases of COVID-19 with a total of 55 deaths. Gibson County has 18 new cases, 19 total deaths. Carroll County has 9 new cases, 15 total deaths. Chester County has 18 new cases, 8 total deaths. Crockett County has 5 new cases, 19 total deaths. Hardin County has 11 new cases, 14 total deaths, and Henderson County has 1 new case, 18 total deaths. For a full list of cases by county, look for the story on our website under the COVID-19 tab. And on the state level, according to the Tennessee Department of Health, more than 22,000 additional people have been tested for COVID-19 since yesterday, and 805 people are currently hospitalized since yesterday. New at 10, a local orchestra brought music to the Hub City. WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News reporter Diamond Williams is live in the studio, and she's here to tell us all about the concert. Hello, Diamond.
That's right, Stephanie. I had the honor of being able to attend the Jackson Symphony concert tonight, and wow, was it a beautiful show. Let me take you there. The Jackson Symphony held its first concert of its 60th season since being canceled prior due to COVID. This show was the start of their once-a-month concert starting now until December.
We're delighted to be able to provide a concert for the community and for West Tennessee, and we're just so glad that we've figured out a way to do this safely and responsibly during the pandemic.
Every show will be unique in its own, with having none be the same. This first show was dedicated specifically to unsung heroes to show their appreciation for all frontline workers. The show also features special guest soloist Erica Gabriel. Conductor Peter Shannon says for some of the musicians here tonight, they haven't played any type of music since March. And from this very show tonight, they've only had 1 rehearsal day. There were also safety measures put in place by having 2 showtimes to allow spacing of the audience, and the church is sanitized after each show, along with requiring everyone to wear a mask. You can catch the Jackson Symphony at First Baptist Church on North Highland for the first 3 shows. For more information for dates and times on the show, you can visit the Jackson Symphony's website, Live in studio, Diamond Williams, WBBJ 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Diamond. Executive Director Sherry Freeman says this will be a great year and season for the symphony. Freeman encourages everyone to attend their next show if you missed the one that was held tonight. A local football team shows appreciation for its players with a luncheon. Due to COVID-19, the Jackson Cougar football team hasn't been able to play in the regular season this year. The team's owner, Maurice Lawrence, wanted to show support for his players by holding a free barbecue luncheon for all players to be able to have a meet and greet for past and present players to let them know they have not been forgotten during these uncertain times.
A way to get us together, have all the boys still visit each other, because a lot of them aren't going to school. They're doing cyber school or virtual schooling, so they're not able just to see each other. Today they're able to, just catch up on old times while they're here for a short time.
If all goes according to plan, the Cougars plan to continue their season in person this spring. The search for William Brian McKenzie continues, who was last seen back in September of 2019. The West Tennessee dive team searched for McKenzie and his car this morning. The two searches took place at the Fork of Deer River off of Old Medina Road and off the 45 bypass. The dive team reported nothing was found, and they will continue to search until all waterways are cleared off. Director of Operations Eric Robertson says there is no evidence that points to McKenzie's whereabouts or a particular dive site at this time. The dive team has located 4 dive sites with vehicle access they are searching.
This was one of the ones that was the most accessible and more likely to be not seen by anybody if you wanted to dispose of anything.
If you have any information on McKenzie's whereabouts, you are asked to call the Jackson Police Department at the number on your screen. That's 731-425-8400. Across the state, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee will speak at the Tennessee Charitable Care Network's virtual annual conference. TCCN is an organization supporting the state's free and charitable health centers, dental programs, and specialty care networks. The conference theme is 2020 Focused on Our Future. This online conference is free to all interested community health care providers. The event will be held September 24th through September 25th. Governor Lee will address the conference at 10 a.m. on September 25th. TCCN provides support, education, and representation for more than 50 free and charitable health care clinics, dental programs, and Project Access specialty care networks across the state. Healthcare providers can learn more and register by visiting our website and clicking on Seat on 7. As students return to class and diners head back to restaurants, new COVID cases continued to rise in at least 20 states. That news and more next. Across the country, as students return to class and diners head back to restaurants, new COVID cases continue to rise in at least 20 states. As Michael George reports, increasingly, many of the recent infections are among the young, especially college students.
For Americans hoping to resume their pre-coronavirus lives, the nation's top infectious disease expert warns that return may be far off.
If you're talking about getting back to a degree of normality which resembles where we were prior to COVID, it's going to be well into 2021, maybe even towards the end of 2021.
While new coronavirus cases are down in 24 states, more than 1,000 Americans are dying daily, with the death toll nearing 200,000. At Boston College, at least 81 students have contracted the virus, and a cluster of positive cases among athletes at the University at Albany in New York has the school considering shutting the campus down.
We will definitely continue to move in this direction if we find that anyone is endangering the health of our campus community and of our surrounding communities.
Furthering concerns, a Harvard University study found COVID-19 is increasing rapidly among young adults 18 to 34. Health experts are also worried about more outbreaks as flu season approaches and cooler weather leads to more people gathering indoors. Florida's two biggest counties, Miami-Dade and Broward, have been given the green light to start in-person classes, and bars can reopen in most parts of the state on Monday.
Pretty ecstatic. You know, this year has been really, really tough on a lot of us, and this is just the rainbow after the storm.
In Nebraska, where cases are rising, the governor is ending nearly all social distancing rules for bars, churches, and gyms.
Last month's storms in the U.S. cost this country's economy billions of dollars. That's according to the insurance company Aon. The firm released its global catastrophe recap report. The report evaluates the impact of the natural disasters worldwide. It found Hurricane Laura alone led to at least $10 billion in economic losses. Laura made landfall in Louisiana on August 27th, killing more than 30 people. Another hurricane, Isaias, is estimated to cost the economy $5 billion. Isaias hit North Carolina, causing damage to its coast. Hurricanes were not the only severe weather damaging the U.S. economy. The derecho in the Midwest is estimated to have caused more than $5 billion in economic damage. And the record heat and wildfires in California may up costing more than $1 billion.
Well, showers are expected to linger into Sunday, but we do have some drier conditions right around the corner. Also have the latest on the tropics and if we can see any impacts in the future for us. That's coming up.
Storm Team weather with meteorologist Corrales Ortiz.
Well, after all those widespread showers that we saw earlier today, it's been pretty quiet here for us at least. Some other counties still dealing with some light showers in the area, and we can expect to see some odd enough showers overnight tonight, continuing into tomorrow. But right now we are just mostly cloudy into the lower 70s. We aren't going to see those temperatures drop a whole lot. Again, that cloud cover is going to be acting like a blanket. So winds are going to be staying on the calm side as we go into tonight, but definitely a lot of moisture out there for sure. Temperatures right now across the map is sitting in the low 70s to mid 70s, maybe dropping a couple degrees, but not a whole lot is going to change as we go into the overnight hours. In terms of temperatures, we've been dealing with like a steady stream of some rain coming in from the south as moisture continues to kind of surge. But we are going to be seeing some improvements, but it's not really going to be for another almost 24 hours. Eventually, a cold front will move through Sunday evening. That's going to help diminish those rain chances. But in the meantime, expect more rain to continue to move on through as we go into the overnight hours, especially for the first half into our Sunday. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be as widespread as what we saw for much of the day today. So looking at that in our futurecast, a quiet night for now, maybe a few lingering showers in spots, but certain areas more than others are going to see showers for much of the day, especially along and south of Interstate 40. So we are going to see maybe a few scattered showers to start off the day, but once that cold front starts to push on through tomorrow evening, you'll start to see peaks of sunshine back into the forecast. Still seeing a few isolated showers, but otherwise we're going to be off to a dry start for our work week for Monday and our Tuesday with variable cloud cover. But then as early as late Tuesday to early Wednesday, we'll start to see some of those rain chances increase once again, mainly in the form of some scattered showers and a few embedded storms. But we do have the potential maybe seeing it be a little bit more substantial as we go further into late next week, potentially due to some tropical influence. But in terms of forecast infall through Sunday evening, some areas could see as isolated amounts as high as 3 inches. So flash flooding could still be a concern. It's not going to be widespread, only in isolated areas, especially further south and east. Otherwise, we've probably seen about isolated amounts less than an inch in a few spots, as high as 2 to 3 inches where we saw some of the heavy rainfall today. But the forecast rainfall within the next 7 days, you can see is going to be fairly heavy in the central coast. Well, that's because we have the potential to see impacts from what is right now Tropical Storm Sally. Winds sustained at 40 miles per hour, moving towards the west-northwest at around 8. So not moving very fast, but unfortunately it does look like it has time to strengthen in the Gulf, and as of now forecasted to possibly a Category 1, making impacts just off the Louisiana coast near the Mississippi Delta region, and maybe potentially impacting us later in the week. That's what could bring us in some of those showers into the forecast by the time we get towards our Thursday. But in the meantime, you can see the cone of uncertainty is very wide, so that means it's still not set in stone. Anything could change, but that's something we'll keep you guys updated on the further we go into next week. So lower 70s for tonight, on and off showers, some heavy rainfall in spots, but for most areas we are expecting that. And then showers will be happening early with just a few embedded storms. Otherwise, a little bit cooler thanks to the cloud cover and showers with highs barely in the lower 80s. After that, we will start to see more seasonable conditions and see temperatures kind of stay around the mid 80s for the next few days. 7-day forecast brought to you by Bill Law Firm in Lexington.
Wow, Corrales, this is the most rain that we've gotten in quite a while.
Yeah, we had a little stretch that was a little dry period, but otherwise we definitely needed this substantial rainfall, which will continue into 2 parts of tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you, Corrales. For those of you who love sweet and salty snacks, this dessert is just for you. Some businesses are closing their doors for good. Those details and more next. In our Consumer Watch, those who love treats that are sweet and salty, there's a new option that just might satisfy your craving. The parent company of Ritz Crackers is teaming up with premium dessert company Cool Halls Ice Cream. Crackers and Cream is a marriage of peanut butter ice cream marbled with a crispy Ritz cracker swirl. New this week, the buttery, salty flavored ice cream is available online. This isn't the first big brand collaboration for Cool Halls. Last summer, the premium ice cream company created mustard ice cream with French's. Discount clothing store Century 21 has announced it's filed for bankruptcy. Century 21 has 13 stores, mostly in New York City and the surrounding metropolitan area. The business said Thursday it will shut down all of its stores. 1,400 employees will be affected. Clothing stores have been hit particularly hard as millions of people are out of work or working from home and not needing to buy many dress clothes. Century 21 said the final straw was the fact that it did not get $175 million it had filed for under its business interruption insurance. Larger national department store chains like JCPenney, Neiman Marcus, Lord & Taylor have also filed for bankruptcy during the pandemic. Lord & Taylor has also announced plans to shut down permanently. For those of you who love video games, it's National Video Games Day. That's next. Gamers across the country, it's your day to compete. Every September 12th is National Video Games Day. From PC games to handheld devices and mobile games, you have lots to choose from. The industry keeps innovating. A new PlayStation from Sony and a new Xbox from Microsoft are scheduled to be released later this year. Some popular games right now include Call of Duty Warzone and Animal Crossing New Horizons. For beginning gamers, today is the perfect day to try this one out. Corrales, what is your favorite video game?
Okay, so sticking with the classics, it's been a long time since I really played some video games, but Super Mario Brothers,
Yes.
Super Smash Brothers, anything with Pokemon, I loved it.
Yes.
What about you?
I I love Super Mario Brothers. I love the Pokemon games. I'm classic. I like classic games.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's a great time to stay inside to do that. The weather at least was perfect for that because, you know, when it rains, you just want to stay inside, be cozy. More rain in the forecast for tomorrow might keep us a little bit on the cooler side, but then drying out to start off the work week, going back to more average temperatures by Monday.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Have a great night.